Hello, you guys. Here comes Hayden, but today he just officially graduated his school, swim school. So he officially passed today. So I'm gonna let you guys see him come into the car. Being a swim graduate.
I feel great. I'm glad that I can go back, of course, and still do all my swimming stuff.
Yeah. I signed you up to continue with your class and everything just because. And you can show your bracelet. Here it is. The little reward that you get. Wait, I put it in my purse. Oh, that's for a second. You see it? Oh, your hair is. Let's see if you dried it.
Yes.
Cool. Good job.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Hayden.
Thank you. Congratulations yourself.
Hi, you guys. Let me turn this down. I'm on my way back. We came in from swim class. And we realized we stopped by Subway, and for his little lunchtime, and little like he's little, but I realized that he didn't have his part of his meal, so I went home, dealt with the dog for a little while. The dog has been sick, you guys. So, dealt with him for a little while. I think it's just something he ate. Like, he was playing around, I think, with his bedding, because he was playing with his bone, and it caused him to rip into his bedding and things like that. So, and I think he ate some of the bedding on his another pillow that he's already had. Alex did. So he's had, like, I think a tummy ache. He's been just throwing up and things like that. So I don't want to be gone very much today. I didn't want to do much of anything today, but I have to come back and get the other parts of Hayden's meal. Can't stand when things start put in the bags. You guys don't know. It's like, and I know it's like one of those things where you could say, why didn't I check? True, but I promise you, it irks me to no end. I'm telling you, it just irks me to no end to be home and have to go back and get something. Sometimes I think about just waiting till another time and let them just credit me that or whatever, but you can't bank on who's going to be working, and you know, money spent is money spent. I don't care if it's what it's for. You know, it's like, but that is my biggest pet peeve. And I know it may sound really crazy, but there are times when that happens to me, I make them give me something extra. I'm like, you know what? I drove back. I want to be compensated. So I do. A lot of times I do that. And these people just won't let me. Thank you. People just swear. You guys, California, we got ruthless people. I know. We got people that genuinely are just about themselves. Lord, please get in my spirit. Anyway, let me go in this store before I end up out here boxing. See you in a sec. Hi, you guys. I wanted to. Oh, I'm Gwendolyn, and I just, for this video, well, vlog sort of, I wanted to show you guys that I would like to try to regrow some flowers, some roses that I had. I have a few things here with me. This is water in this thing. I have some things sitting around me. But you know what? I wanted to show this, but I don't know if it's going to work properly because my roses already died. Oops, they were for Mother's Day. And I've watched videos and things on regrowing cut flowers and things like that and roses. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this earlier, like before they actually die. I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna go through the steps anyway. And if they never grow, I know that I waited way too late because I know they're probably just dead. These things are crumbly, but see what happens. I'm gonna do it regardless. So I know they talk about removing things like the leaves off of there. These things are so crumbly. I don't think I'm supposed to be ripping them off. Oh no. I don't know. But you know what? I have some of the routine powder, Bunton or whatever. This, I know this is a product that will work if my roses were in better condition. So this I'm using. I have some sand mixed in a little bit in a pot I'm going to use here. This will have some rocks in the bottom, so of course, so the water doesn't just sit on the roots of any plant that I will be planting in here. I put a few rocks in here, but there's sand and everything like that in the bottom of here. I do have some potting mix. I use this one, the all-purpose here with fertilizer and anything. I know this one works better also with, I don't know which, if it matters. That is right. I know roses have a lot of unique things that they have out there, but this also works really well with my type of plants that are like cactus. And I have aloe planted in a pot in there in the house, whichever that was planted with this, and that it's grown really well. My aloe plant has grown really well. So, and I have some shears here. So I'm going to try this and see what happens. I know they cut away things and they cut in a 45-degree angle when they cut the plant and things like that. I don't know if it's dried out too much. I don't know. And I know they talk about using about 6 inches. This thing looks really, I'm scared. I'm scared I waited too long, but I know the little, what are they, the buds or something like that? What are these called? Like, I think like the bulb or something, or the little stems that grow out what are the things, not the stem, the thorns that grow out should be upward. And I know they talk about the little bulb of the stem. I don't know, I don't see a lot of that. I don't know, I'm gonna try it anyway. I don't know, I don't see some of the things the person talk about. I say they. I keep saying they because I watch YouTube. And I must say this, you guys, and I know I do YouTube things myself, but I must admit, I promise you, I get maybe out of a scale 1 to 10 help from YouTube myself for things I personally look for me, for Gwendolyn alone. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would say 3, 4 of actual help, because it's the way I process. It's just the way I process things. I know other people probably get, a lot more, but I process things differently. I need a lot of visual and a lot of details. I just do. So it's not that helpful, I'm sorry to say it, for me, for most of the videos that I personally have watched. For me, just the way I learn. And that's my thing, that's my problem. But I need someone to show things the way I get a better understanding. Because like for instance, I could follow instruction with this. I didn't watch everybody's video because I got tired of watching. I just got tired of just going through. But I need to know things like, is there a time frame that you can use your stem? Is it like if you have potted flowers, whatever, or the bouquet or gifts or whatever of your plant, what is the lifeline of using them, or is there not one? I don't know. Maybe someone has said it on a video, but I really don't know. I haven't seen that person's video yet. So if you said it, I'm sorry, I just haven't watched your video yet. I just got tired of going through. I want to go ahead. I keep waiting days, waiting to find out, and I'm like, I'm tired of waiting, so I'm just going to go for it. And I'm just going to see what happens. I'm thinking they're too far gone. But who knows? I don't know. I'm pulling them out of the thing here. Oh, this one has more thorns on it. But they still have the thorns going up, and these point downward a little bit. I keep saying they because I don't remember people's names, but I don't know. We're just going to try it. We're going to see what happens. I really want this to happen just because I'm terrible with growing plants, whatever. I'll kill anything plant-wise. So I hope this works. This one feels like it's in better shape than two of the other ones, but I remember the lady saying that the little stems, the little thorns, I thought she said need to be pointing upward. But if that be the case, it's going to actually be upside down. But I'm going to plant it like the right way up. And I know that each person talk about using a few inches or whatever, taking all of the extra off of the stem, even if the plant that I'm using was in great shape, taking away all the leaves and the flower on the top or the rose on the top, all of that, I do understand it's to not let all the energy in trying to grow the new flowers go into the ones that were already there, because they're going to die off anyway. So you want to get rid of those, strip your stem down. I do know that, regardless of if mine are too late. Mine may be too far gone. But you do need to strip away all the extra work that the growth process, the new growth process will be taken on. You don't want it to focus on the ones, the flowers that already blossom and things like that. And I do know that. I just don't know if my stems are so far dead that they have no growth, no life left in them. That's what I just don't know. But I bet you I'm going to plant these little babies and find out. So I got that one. If one of them feels just terrible, they don't feel super dry, but Gwen, I don't know. I don't know, and that's why I wanted to, when I find out more, I'll come on here, I'll come back and tell you guys more, because if you, like me, missed out on someone telling more detail, I don't want you guys to go through the same thing. If it's something you want to do, you may want to preserve some of your plants or your flowers or your gift things that you get like that. I do. I'm tired of throwing them out. Lexi's husband, Chris, always buys me flowers and things, and I hate that I just didn't know what to do with them, and I was just, after, a few days, they're just gone. I'm terrible, and I couldn't stand that. So I want to start preserving things and start regrowing some of the ones that he gave me. And I would love for him to come by and see that I still have flowers that he bought to me throughout the years or something. I would love that. And if this doesn't work, I'm going to do it from now on sooner. Maybe while my plants are still thriving or still, like, when they really look alive, I think I'm going to do it then. I just don't want to tear away pretty plants, but it's what you have to do. So I'm just cutting the angles of the stem. My stems look terrible, you guys. So I keep saying it because I'm scared. I think I waited way too long. I really think I did. Oh, and today was also, you probably hear it when Lexi puts together these little vlogs, whatever. I'm going to say it again on here just in case she doesn't use that part. Today is the day Hayden actually officially passed his complete swim school training. His entire this school, he passed everything, and he's officially a full gold. I forgot the level 1 or 2, but whichever the gold 2. He was a gold 1. When I mentioned it on something on one of the other videos, he's a gold 2 officially. But what we're going to do while I'm doing this, what we're going to do is let him continue to go to the school and just to make sure his skills are just totally top, so he can keep getting better and better with swim, and maybe join. They want him on team. He's qualified for team, but the only discrepancy he and I are having is we don't know if we want to go at night. The classes are later in the day, and that's the only thing. We have a hard time leaving once we're home. His classes have been in the mornings since he's ever done school. And anyway, so that's the thing. And he started knowing nothing about the things that he knows now. He blew it out of the water. So, but anyway, that's what happened again today. So you may hear me talking about it, but I'm in a different clothing. I came in and just changed. I cleaned up a little bit from being out earlier, and I get myself prepared for whatever I'm going to do, working around the house or whatever. Sometimes I tend to pin my hair up and things like that. So that's where we are at this point, just in case she doesn't add that other part, because I videoed sporadically. So I would always have something to share with you guys, because I'm constantly thinking of things and doing things, but I am learning to turn the camera on myself. And like we know, Lexi's a married lady, and she has a house of pets and things like that, and she has different things she does. She works at their dojo and does things like that. You guys know Lexi does my filming, so she just can't get around every time I think about doing a video. And if I'm not on her schedule, I would just pass and say I'll just video something myself, and she would put it together. So I just keep reminding you guys of that. She's always been the person that's done it for me. So anyway, I cut this one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they look pretty bad. I'm going to be honest. They look pretty jacked up. If these things grow, you guys, I may do a backflip on this camera now, because they may mess around and grow. But I want to see what's going to happen. But one lady I do know said, she said, have the soil moist. So the stuff is down here. Let me see if I can make the camera go down just a tiny bit. Here it is. This thingy, my pot is a little bit dirty. You know what? Let me clean up the pots really quick. Give me a second. I'm always bouncing around. I leave the camera more than anybody. Most people are sensitive enough to go ahead and shut their camera off. Hayden, I always just take off. Okay, I'm wiping this off a little bit because it's just a little bit dusty from putting the product in here. So I'm wiping this out. And I don't know if it's good to use this glass, because I don't know if it needs to be in a darker something. I have no idea. I just don't know a lot about plants, and I just keep trying to watch video. But I get tired of watching all those long videos about, I just want to know. I just like to go ahead and dig in. So I got this here. I'm going to pour the all-purpose potting mix. I hope this is okay, this type that I'm using. Ooh, look at the dirt. Okay, let me pour that in here. Can you guys see that dirt and dust? Oh. Okay, like that. Now, one guy that I was listening to, this guy with Urban Gardens, I do remember his name. He spoke about mixing your soil with in portions of your sand, the potting mix, and the potting mix. Let me see, potting mix, this sand and something. Dirt, just regular dirt, I think, something of the nature. Soil, dirt, soil. So I got that mixed in here. I'm going to use my shears and mix it up a little bit. I should have mixed it better before I put the rocks in the bottom, but I'm going to pour this to wet the soil and the potty mix. I'm going to, because it was dry. So wet it. And I do have rocks in the bottom a little bit so it doesn't just, so the water can drain and not just sit on the root. So did that. I'm going to use this little bowl I have right here, you guys. And I'm going to, nope, I don't want to use this. Give me just a second. I want to use that one. Use a different one. I'm always taking off, Hayden. I swear I do, all the time. Put in water and cut. Okay. I just don't want to feel like cutting the camera off. Okay. So I put a little bit of water in here. Just water. So I can, make holes. I need to make some holes in here. I'm gonna get a straw. I'm just not prepared like I should be. I thought I had everything. Okay, have a straw, or I could use a pencil. So I'm using this, and I'm gonna make some holes down in here in the soil. I don't know how many I should plant. I don't know if this is big enough for the number I have. I'm just doing 4. I'm at 4. 1 in the middle, 5. I think I'm doing too many. I think I'm stretching it. And 6. And the only reason I'm doing this, trying to do the holes before, I'm gonna do more water. Before I put the stem in there, is because I'm going to dip it in the powdered hormone solution here. And if I dip it in there, I don't want to start sliding it through the holes if they're not already pre-dug, and then it would take away a lot of the product off of the stem. That's why I'm doing this. If I just knew better what I was doing, I'll share detail down to how long your plant should sit, when should it sit, whatever. And then if this grows properly, you guys, I know that I can remove this from this little deal and planting them in the yard or whatever. I think I'm gonna put this in my around the front yard. I don't know how much sunlight or anything I need right now. But if anything starts happening, I promise you, I'm gonna be super happy. And if not, I know better for next time. And I know Chris would always get me more flowers to some degree. Okay, so here's this. I'm going to open the solution. Okay, got that open. Now I do know I saw each person, well, one lady, she scraped her bottom. I'm mixing videos in my brain. I'm gonna use these, I'm gonna scrape it. I need all the help I can get for my plants. My stems, they look like God help them, poor things. I'm scraping mine a little bit. She did that so the solution she's using could stimulate the plant a little bit better. She scraped up her ends, so I'm gonna do that. As bad as like I said, my stems look, I need all the help I can get, and I'm just scraping. See, I'm just scraping it all up at the bottom. They look terrible already, but they are moist in there a little bit. Maybe I got a dot of hope left. We're gonna see. I know, you guys, what is she doing? I'm always doing something. I'm really a pretty crafty person. I don't care to do crafts all the time per se, but I like to, if I want something and I can't just go get it, I want to know how to make it so I can always have something that I really like on hand. I used to make lots of things as a kid. Jewelry, everything. I used to make everything as a young girl because I just changed my mind a lot about the way something looked. I wanted to change it up a little bit. So the camera's angled really weird because I'm trying to let you look down a little bit at what I'm doing. I'm really roughing up these edges a little bit. These ends, maybe too much. Maybe I'm overdoing it, but I'll learn. I promise you that. If nothing happens, I'm going to learn. So, okay, I got this one. This is the last one I'm holding. I'm going to dip it in the water like that. Okay. I'm going to dip it in here. There's the stuff on it. And I'm going to push this down. I don't know if I did it too far. I'm dipping in the water. And in here. Got it on there. Putting that down in the hole. Woohoo! I feel a little bit force. I think I'm sticking it too far. And I think my stems are too tall. Now, let me cut this one down a little bit. I don't know. But just on that, she said about a third bulb or something. You know what? I'm gonna cut this one lower. I don't know. That cut it. Okay, I think I dipped it. Be sure. Okay. The water. Put a lot of it on there. See there? Put that in there. Let's pray for these stems, you guys. Okay, grow. Okay. I can look at this and see. I think this one is too tall. Cuts it in that 45-degree angle. Everything gets cut in 45-degree angle. That. Whoops. Oh, it's kind of moist. Okay, that works. There we go. Put this one in here. This one has more thorns on it. Okay, let me make the hole a little bit better. Oh, Lord, please. Okay, and this one is pretty moist. I'm intended to dip it in the water, To dip it in the water, it's just a force of habit to go into the solution first. Luckily, the stem was a little bit wet. I think that was too tall. And I think I'm pushing it with the number that I have. But I wet it again, dipping it again. See, that one's coated better. Okay, let's see what will happen. And then I'm pushing up around the plant so the stem could, stay in place, or whatever that this does as far as gardening, whatever this process is. Okay, that. I don't know. And the lady covered hers. The guy did not. She put hers in like a, I'm gonna wet it some more. I'm scared. I'm so scared. But I think I'm overdoing it. But, because if a plant just sits in too much water, it could get what is it called, root rot? And I don't want that. But the lady put a bag over hers. The guy did not, but the lady did. And I don't know if I should or shouldn't. To make form like a greenhouse, and I guess it's to give it a little bit more moisture. I think I'm gonna try to do that. Give me just a second. Let me go get a bag. I think I have I'll use one of these. I'm gonna use, I don't know if this will fit. Whoops. See, this is why I don't garden. Stuff falls over. Come on, world, work out for me. Okay. Create a little greenhouse. I hope it works. I don't know where to put it though. Look, they're in there. Okay, let's see what happens. All of this work and nothing happens, I'm gonna be crying, but such is life. Run back to Chris and ask for another bouquet. So let's see what happens, but I'm trying at least. So we'll see what comes of this. Made myself a little greenhouse, I think, and I'm sealing it a little bit. I'm closing in my bag a tiny bit so it can seal in a little bit of moisture. That looks cool. Okay, so we'll see what happens. I'm sorry to be looking off in the wrong place. You guys know I don't know how to do this stuff. So anyway, peace. Hey, you guys, I know I've shown this product before, but I purchased these, the Cappuccino, Hills Brothers Cappuccino. What does it say? Shake before scooping. Oh, whoop, didn't know that, but never read it till now. But this is a drink mix, a cappuccino drink mix. I've shown it before, years ago, I think, a year or so ago. But I use this when I go to, I like the mint. This is mocha mint, of course, you can read. I use that in my travel mug, in my travel mug when I go to Hayden's different events, like his, especially the gymnastics, because it's like an hour long, and I take this in a travel mug and I can have coffee, a coffee with me, and so I take this, so it makes enough or whatever. You go by the measurements, everything. This is really, really good. I get this in a, I think like a bulk 6-pack. I think it comes like that this is another thing I have on a subscription. I think it comes like, I have it for 9 months or something like that, because I go through a lot. I use a lot when I get, what is it, because I take it when I leave the house for longer periods. If I'm going to leave the house for longer periods of time, no matter what, if I'm going to the grocery store or whatever, I fill my travel mug. I'm going to show you how this comes in the packaging. I'm always disappearing, but I'm going to show you what this looks like this. I get it like this, and I buy 6 at a time, like this. And so, because, like I said, it's just, I love having my coffee flavors around with me. I've done different flavors. I've done, mint is my favorite. This mint is so good, and it has little, like the candy mix is broken down in there. If you could probably, you may be able to see it a tiny bit. There's candy, mint candy broken up in there. It's so good. It's really, really, really good. But anyway, do that. I think that's what they have. Now this may be pushing it, but I used to stop by like not grocery stores, these service stations when I'm like, if we're on the road and when I was going in the RV and different things like that, and I ran out of my coffee. But before I started purchasing these, I noticed that the machines, I remember seeing, going to get a cappuccino, I remember seeing the product when a lady was filling it, and the machine at the service station, I think it was a Shell or something, and I know I remember seeing the powdered looking solution. So I think they use this type of mixture in the machines or whatever, because all you do is add water. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. For this product, you measure the amount you need in what size cup or whatever you're using, and you just add hot water. That's it. You don't need sugar. Sugar and everything is mixed in here. This is it's a mixture of all of it. So a lot of sugar. So don't add any sugar if you can help it. It's sweet enough. It's very sweet. So anyway, that's for that. And you know, I drink the ice brand. I think it's the Sparkling Ice. I get them like this now sometimes in Target. They started, I don't know if they've always done this. I know they have some of these like you can buy more than one. I think they have the in a can. I like the ones I buy. So this is 12, I think, in here, 12 pack for $10.99. So, and it's with the flavoring they already have mixed with the different. They have different ones of the mixture they put in per 12 pack. And I will buy either. It doesn't matter which one because I like all the flavors. So I buy it like this and save myself a buck or so. But you do know that these, well, in Cali, I don't know if it's everywhere else, but when I purchase a bottle of water, even though they say $1, I noticed that on my receipt, I think per one bottle, they're charging me 5 cents, if I'm not mistaken, 5 cents, I think, per one bottle. And I know in Cali, everything is about to recycle the waste management places, whatever, wherever they take things to the field, wherever the recycle fields or whatever they call them, disposal field, to dispose of things that we use like plastics and electronics and everything. We always get charged. We get charged for everything. And I don't know if other states do as well. We get charged for everything. Everything. You could buy a TV here and you're going to have, like, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but for me, I remember saying $10 plus on my receipt, and it was for the disposal of the electronic whenever in life I'm not using it anymore. I could move out of state and take the TV, but they've already charged me that hit. They hit me with that, I swear. But anyway, those prices are in there. But anyways, at the end of the day, regardless, if I go to and I've noticed it, I thought it was just Target because I buy my product from there. But I noticed it even at the Dollar Tree. I was wondering if it was a difference. I'm like, no, both charge that in Cali. So anyway, but I buy this 12 pack for $10.99. That's still a good deal because if they're $1 each, you're still saving a little bit. And then if you use like your green card, your red green card. I've been watching 90 Day Fiancé. So green card is on my brain. I watched the 90 day, good Lord, 90 Day Fiancé. Did I say 9 day?
You said 19.
19? That's even worse. 90 Day Fiancé. I watched those shows. So the green card's been on my mind. But this is, if you use your red card with Target, you get the 5% off, or I guess the credit card, I don't know, but I know the debit card, the 5% off. So you don't feel those little hits. And you know, if you take your bags back with you, your own Target bags or whatever, you know, you get 5 cents credit, 5 cents credit per one bag that you, every time you take that bag back and reuse it. You purchase things and you get a bag. Of course, I've said this billion times, just a reminder. You pay 10 cents, initially 10 cents. But when you return it, each time you return it, you get 5 cents credit each time. Thank you, God, for something. So that doesn't make me feel too bad because that helps because I know they charge, and I buy these a lot, and they charge me that 5 cents per one bottle. So anyway, food for thought, literally. And I have to cook something today. I don't know what I'm going to cook. It's going to be something medallion, Hayden says. Yeah, something of the nature. The Home Chef. It's in Home Chef we get. It's like I've changed a few times. Yeah, so I thawed out some meat. But for right now, I'm going to sit down and have me a cup of coffee. I'm just one of those days. I'm just kind of lazy. This little top, you guys, ties in the back like that. That's kind of cool, huh? Anyway. So, but anyway, I'll check with you guys in a little while. Sorry for looking all over the place. You guys know how that goes. Because if you see yourself in a screen, you're going to want to look at yourself, like looking at a mirror, correct? So, well, maybe it's just me, but peace. Hey, you guys, this is another product that I was trying out because I always look for, like, the Hills Brothers cappuccino mix things like that. Here's another one that I found at the Dollar Tree. I think I got this at the Dollar Tree. The French vanilla, I think. This. And I think I got it from there. I don't remember. where I got it from, but it comes in, it has these little packets, and you only add initially hot water, like with the product I showed you earlier. But for this one, it states on the back that for an extra rich taste, replace water with hot milk for this one. So I may try that like that one day. I'll let you know, because if I'm not mistaken, I think I got this at the Dollar Tree, Hayden. There are 5 cups. Anyway, just thought to share that with you. Okay. Coffee that I made just a second ago was like I did before. I used the Folgers or whatever coffee product. I used the ground coffee, puts it in the little filter and everything like that. But I seasoned, so to speak, my product in my cup before I add the coffee. So this time I put a dot of sugar, like a teaspoon of sugar. I put the blueberry syrup in there. The creamer, I think I still use the caramel macchiato creamer. I know it sounds like a lot, but the macchiato creamer doesn't have much of it's not an overpowering flavor. So with the blueberry or the raspberry, like I did one day, it does something with that flavoring, and it makes it just really good. You can taste the berries. I can't describe it. It's really good. So I'm guessing you can use pretty much most any creamer with the syrup, whatever. And then I do that in the bottom of the cups, and then I let the hot water, as the coffee is being made, pour in on top of the creamer and things like that, so it can warm them. That's I've done that before. But anyway, just wanted to let you know today I'm doing blueberry. And it's so good. I had a cup earlier, and it's still beside me. I had a cup earlier, and I went and did another one. It's so good. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you today. That's what I'm drinking. I'm looking up at my TV, and it's looked like I don't know if it's frozen or something, but anyway, that's what I was doing. But